Good, yeah.
Well, you've made it to Ireland, which is more than some. How was your journey over?
Yeah, it was a bit of a challenge. We had one flight cancelled, and then we booked onto another airline, and that was delayed. And then we were coming into Dublin, and the pilot aborted the landing and did a fly around, so it was a little bit scary. But we eventually landed, I think, about 2 or 3 hours late, and got to the hotel at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was an early start. So, yeah, it's one of those things you can't do much about it.
No, we're glad to have you here and the opportunity to speak to you, so thank you. I think the average age of your squad for this series is 25. I mean, how exciting is it to have such a young group of players?
Yeah, that's definitely been part of the plan. We've kept a little bit of experience, but there's a number of things that's kind of building over the next few cycles of Six Nations, and then towards the World Cup in 2027 with some youngsters who you give a chance to. You want them to get some experience and a number of caps. And one of the things as a coach is that you can't coach experience. You know, it's something that the players have got to learn. So really excited about some youngsters that have been given an opportunity at regional level that they may have not have had in the past because there's been a little bit of financial constraints and probably not so many foreign players, and so these youngsters have come through, and we're looking to try and fast track them for the future.
That's what my old boss used to say to me. There's no substitute for air miles. But obviously, you're giving them that opportunity. The new culture, new environment. I mean, what can people expect from this new look Welsh side?
Yeah, I think probably one of the things that with Wales will come in as underdogs. I think if people in the past, if you write us off, you do that at your own peril, because I found from experience that these players, they're incredibly proud to put that red jersey on, and they understand what it means and the history and the prestige in terms of doing that. So look, what you can expect is a team that's going to go out there and hopefully give 100%. We went into the World Cup last year where apart from us, outside there wasn't a lot of expectation. People didn't think we were going to get out of a group, and we ended up winning the group in the World Cup, and probably should have won a quarter-final, had a chance to do that. So look, we're excited. It's about the Six Nations, about one game at a time, and our first game is Scotland at home, sold-out stadium, so there'll be 75,000 people there. There's nothing better than being in Cardiff with the roof closed on match day and the atmosphere that creates, and if we can win that opening game, then you can build some confidence and momentum going forward.
Thank you.
Warren, obviously a bit of bad news yesterday with George North coming off in the first start down in Joburg. Can you give us any update on his fitness?
Haven't heard at the moment. So he was flying back last night. What time he got in this morning? So he would have gone down to Cardiff and been seen by the physios, and probably needs to have a scan and so whether I get an update later on tonight or tomorrow morning, so I'll have to wait and see.
Are you worried that one of your most experienced players could be out at a risk for Six Nations?
Yeah, it's always a worry when that sort of happens, that sort of thing happens. But I'm kind of one of those coaches that you don't let things that you can't change affect you, because if someone's injured or not available, then you start worrying about it or dwelling on that. Then it has an effect on other sorts of things. So if he's injured and if he's out, then you just got to move on, and you've got to start thinking and preparing, and who's going to take his place, and preparing the team the best you can. So hopefully he's going to be okay, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Obviously a week of a lot of headlines about Welsh rugby with Lewis Rees-Zammit's shock decision to go to the NFL. What have you made of the reaction? And he's had Christian Wade's come out and said he's going to find it hard very quickly on that pathway. Do you think he'll make a success of it?
Well, I don't know. Look, for us it was a bit of a challenge because it happened very, very quickly for him. I think it happened very quickly for Gloucester, so we only found out just before we were about to announce the squad, and then we had to make some changes and pull him out, and obviously that became big headlines, which was a little bit of a shame when you're naming such a young captain and new caps and things, and you kind of want that to be at the forefront of the headlines, and he became the headline. But when I thought about it and I reflected on it, look, he's been a big fan of NFL for a long time. He's 22. He wants to take this opportunity. He wants to follow his dream, and I I say good on him. I can't. As youngsters, it doesn't matter whether it's sport or whatever in life. You've got to follow your dreams, and if it doesn't work out, then maybe something else comes along or a different pathway. And for him, if it doesn't work out for him, then for us, the door will be open for him to, potentially or hopefully come back in the future. And if it works out for him and he's a superstar in the NFL, then congratulations and well done. He wants to be a superstar at something, and whether that's rugby or NFL or TikTok or Instagram or whatever, with those sort of looks and that smile and stuff. That's what he wants to do, and all I can do is just say that's what young people like and young players are like, and I support him 100%, and I really do hope things do work out for him. All I can say, he was brilliant for us in the World Cup. The way he prepared, the way he trained, how tough he was. I thought he was outstanding, and so you've seen a player grow and develop over a number of months, and you think he can really become world class, and he's taken in different directions. So good luck to him.
I mean, as a rugby man through and through, is it slightly disappointing seeing like an athlete in his prime decide that rugby for him is secondary, and he'd rather go to another sport, perhaps if there's more money, as you say, more clicks, more likes, whatever, than there is in the rugby game? Does that disappoint you?
No, it doesn't. No, not at all. I mean, like I said, that people want challenges in life and they wanted to experience something different. And I was speaking to my son, who's a professional rugby player, he's playing in Japan, and he just said, Dad, I've got mates who played New Zealand or All Blacks who, if they were given the same opportunity to go to the NFL, they would love that challenge, or love that opportunity as something being a bit different in another sport. And you see the crowds and see different things, and it doesn't mean he's going to be there forever. And like I said, he's only 22, and if he doesn't take that chance now, in another 3 or 4 years, it might crop up again. He's probably missed the boat and a little bit too late. So I'm not disappointed at all. I kind of I want to support him as much as he can, and I've always been someone as a coach that I've always tried to put the players first, and I've often spoke to them about, when you're making decisions, is that you've got to sometimes forget about loyalty and things. You've got to make the best decision for you and the best decision for your family going forward and things. And sometimes that's about chasing money or following, you're going somewhere else or following your dream, because you're in professional sport for such a short time, and so they've got to make the most of it. And so I don't hold any grudges in terms of what the decision that he's made. And like I said, all I can do is support him 100% and make sure the door's open for, if it doesn't work out and he has that experience, that he comes back and hopefully he's a part of a Welsh squad going forward.
Just quickly, Andy said that you've been in touch about his Lions appointment. What advice have you given him, and what was your conversation? No,
just was just congratulations really. I came out and supported him. I think he's done a great job for Ireland, and over a number of years it's going to be an interesting battle with him and Joe Smith in terms of that, and a couple of years time with the Lions and Australia. But I think Andy's really taken that Irish team, and like I said, to another level in terms of they seem to be have developed really well as players. They seem to be enjoying their environment and enjoying him as a coach, and the success he's had with Ireland being number one in the world. They'd be disappointed with the World Cup, but I mean, World Cups are sometimes they're one-off games, and we've seen how easy it is to lose one-off games, and favourites they don't always win, and that's the beauty of the sport. If it was predictable, we wouldn't be following, or wouldn't be enjoying it. So he's done a great job, and I'm sure he'll do a great job with the Lions. And he just said he'll be sort of contacting me to get some advice and some stuff, and so like anything I can do to help him and support him with the Lions, it's for me it was an honour and privilege to be involved in the past, and it's a concept that we need to preserve and protect and make sure that flourishes as an entity, the Lions, and so hopefully he does a good job, and I'm sure that he will do, and put a really good team together, a really good backroom coaching team and backroom staff, and any way I can help in supporting that, I'm more than happy to do so.
Thank you.
Feel a bit weird, Warren, that you're not the Lions?
No, not at all. I mean, like I said, I've had lucky enough to be involved 3 times as head coach, and 1 time as an assistant, and those things come about not because you're the person applying. They come about because if you've been successful, then those opportunities come. And obviously Andy's been really successful in what he's done with Ireland over a few years, and so that opportunity's come his way, and I have to congratulate him on that and say well done and make the most of it.